Good morning, everyone. Figured I'd give a final update to my garden for the year. Kind of depressing, I know. Start over here. Got the tomatoes all ripped out, an eggplant ripped out. Thrown over on the side here. I have a new composter. I'm going to try to get these in. I might even burn them up first, get rid of any disease. Got the volunteer butternut squash coming to an end. Got two here that are still relatively new, so hopefully they can finish up before it gets too cold. It was in the 40s this morning. You can see all the vines dying out, all the leaves dying out. Actually noticed a lot of stink bugs, which is really depressing on the ones I've picked, but still got a few out here finishing up. The vine is dying, so hopefully those are going to have enough time to ripen. Down to 2 eggplants, did have 4. They're not really doing very well. They're kind of getting spots on them, some kind of damage. So I just might get a couple more out of those and be done with them. But I guess the flea beetles never take a break. They're still all over. They never got too bad. I mean, you can see all the holes in these leaves. I probably haven't picked them off in a month, so they've had their way for the last month. I got a few out here ready to be picked. Not looking bad. Ripped up the cucumbers. Got some cilantro planted in, but it got hot for like a week, so it looks like some of them are getting ready to bolt. Hopefully not, but put some coffee grounds down where I pulled up the cucumbers. This is all open. That's where all my tomatoes had been. The only 2 I got left, I got a cherry tomato there and a Snow White out at the end. Other than that, ripped out all my tomatoes. Get some more cilantro planted here. Go over some of my peppers here. This is an habanero one, I think. Might be a mix from last year, not sure. None of these have ripened yet. Peperoncini plant here. Over here I got a guajillo plant. This is a nice pepper. They get really big, thick walled. I'm thinking this would be a nice grilling pepper. I haven't done a whole lot with it. Doesn't really have any heat. Very productive plant. I'll definitely grow those again. The yellow mushroom here, neat little pepper. Plant didn't get very big. It did have a late start, maybe that's why. And it is kind of prone to the black seed fungus. Other than that, decent little pepper. Haven't done a whole lot with it, so I can't really tell you on flavor and heat on that one. The basil, finishing up. Got the Bulgarian carrots. It's a small plant and I really don't like the pepper. Very thin walled, very hard pepper. Didn't like it. And here's some more Bulgarian carrot over here. So I obviously have a lot of harvesting to do. But that's got a whole bunch of peppers on it. And the basil, all these brown ones, each one of these holds about 4 to 6 seeds in it. So I could have about, based on my number of flowers I have, about 10,000 seeds if I want. Bumblebees are still finding the last few ones. That's pretty cool. Bumblebees love this plant. And I got the chili pepper. Everybody knows about the chili pepper. This one got a late start, but putting on a whole bunch of them now. Another habanero plant here. This is my favorite. Love these peppers. Very hot, but the flavor is just, it's really good. Great in hot sauce, great in salsas. One of my favorites. Here's my white habanero with the plant fasciation on the bottom. Had a problem with the growth tip, I think is what they say, and anyway, got a whole bunch of stems together, just didn't grow right. It actually separated up on top eventually, but it has not put on any peppers. Tons of flowers, but absolutely no peppers. So, won't let those waste nutrients next year. Here's my cherry tomato plant that I'm letting go a little bit more. This one was getting black fungus even in the tomatoes, but now they seem to be growing okay without the black fungus in them, so that one's got a little bit. Kind of letting it go now. Here is the Fatali. Love this one. Very productive, neat looking pepper. A hot pepper, very hot pepper. Probably at least on the same level as a habanero. Thin walled, but it's just got a citrus flavor to it. Lots of uses to it. And it looks like spiders like to put webs on it. So definitely grow that again. And that's my yum yum pepper, or the pepper that I got from my sister-in-law's birthday party that I kept the seed from. But this was an excellent pepper. Thick walled, sweet pepper. Very productive, very tasty. I did save the seeds from the biggest one that grew this year, so definitely be doing that again next year. This is a serrano pepper. Another spider web shining in the sun. This is another, probably the yum yum pepper. It grows to a red pepper. So, it's kind of thin walled, but it's gotten actually more thick walled over the season, so nice little pepper. Here's the white habanero, rocotillo, and another Fatali. White habanero is a neat plant. It puts on tons and tons and tons of peppers. Very hot. Kind of a mild, or kind of an habanero flavor. So, might make some powder out of that, make a hot sauce out of one of them. So, the rocotillo, the Fatali. Here's another rocotillo. This one's pretty neat because it's got the flavor of an habanero, but not a whole lot of heat. I mean, lots of people could probably eat this raw without a whole lot of problem if you're used to heat. So, that's a neat little pepper. I'll probably grow that again to make a mild hot sauce with. And then the jalapeno. Very productive plant. Tons of uses for that pepper, y'all know. Green onion still going. Probably beyond its prime, but don't have anything to do with it, so didn't pick it. And another yellow mushroom here. Neat little pepper. Another habanero back here. Didn't have a whole lot of time to grow. Wasn't very productive. Hungarian hot wax. Very useful pepper. This plant didn't get very big this year. Not sure why. And here's one here. I don't know what it is. I know it's a red sweet pepper. Let's see, the pepperoncini here. That's pretty much a useless pepper for me. It's thin-walled, no heat. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Another guajillo. Another serrano. And another, this Hungarian hot wax did a lot better than the other one. And here's the snow white. Very bushy plant. It got huge. Sprawled out. And it's got tons of disease. But just enough to tomatoes to keep it in the garden before I get rid of it. My overwintered habanero plant. Didn't do so hot near the end of the year. So overall, yeah, you get early peppers, but I don't know that you really get more peppers. Okay. And here's my raspberries. Something's been eating my raspberries, and I don't know what. It's eating the leaves off. It's got a second batch up here. Hardly enough to make a snack out of. Here's where all my cantaloupe were. All gone. They were very, very, very productive this year. I'll definitely be doing cantaloupe again. Kind of excited for that. Picked my watermelon that was in the bush. Have a video on that if you haven't seen it. Be sure to check it out. My carrots, we came home from vacation. They were looking really good. And the next morning, I'm pretty sure a deer came and ate them. So, I don't know how they're doing down there. I was going to pull my watermelon vine up, but there's actually one growing. I don't think it has time to do anything, but might as well leave it on for now. My second planting of cucumbers and zucchini are kind of a failure. It's already got some kind of disease on it. Pretty much started right away. So, not really growing very nice cucumbers. So anyway, don't think I'll be doing that again. And the zucchini plants, I actually picked one zucchini off yesterday. This one's just taking its own sweet time. I don't know if there's time left to get any off that. This is the one I got one off of, but you know, picked one zucchini, and the squash vine borer is already going to town on this thing, so that was a failure. Here's the side yard. Not a whole lot left going on here. Got a few peppers. I think that's the pepperoncini, the serrano again, jalapeno, serrano. Have a lot of harvesting I need to do with my peppers. The Snow White plant here, still got some tomatoes on it. Got a few butternut ripening up. The vines are almost completely dead, so it might be time to pick these. Got one back there too. I might just head to pick those today. I think they might be ready. Tomato plants back here are still not doing too bad. Got some going on them. Actually did better than I thought they would over here, so I'll definitely do it again next year over here. The butternut there. I don't know if he's going to have time to finish up and ripen. So anyway, the cantaloupe over here are all gone. Just got my last Snow White plant. So that's pretty much my garden for this year. I'll be taking all this down over the next couple weeks. So anyway, I appreciate everybody who's watched my videos, liked, commented, subscribed, shared, you know. Anything, anybody got any enjoyment out of this, that's great. It was a lot of fun this year, and hopefully have a better year next year. And just wanted to thank everybody who tuned in and watched my episodes. I appreciate it, and everybody good luck in the future. Thanks a lot.